Welcome everyone to another episode of On the Level with Kuyang Randy. Today I have the honor and privilege to have as my guest my mentor and the brother who raised me to the sublime degree of Master Mason. Let's all welcome worshipful brother Dean Quizal. Worshipful, how are you?
Good, good, good. So you were just
I think you were in Cebu
yes,
sometime.
yeah.
Were you? Do you have a project or what's
I have a
the
little
trip all
project.
about?
I have a little project, and have a lot of issues, legal issues for the land that my parents own, and they are inhabited by illegal settlers. So I have that, and then and me and my wife have some properties and stuff, so taking care of it.
Worship for those people who are just meeting you for the first time. Who is Brother Dean?
Uh, Usually, people will look at me, especially I always wear casual clothes.
Okay.
I like back home. I Even though I'm there, and some of the tenants that they are super rich tenants in our building, and they don't even recognize who I am until I start writing a letter to them that hey,
Yeah. So you're wearing like
I'm wearing shoes, wearing the chinelas.
like an ordinary guy.
Then the guy wearing a shirt sleeve, and then one time was something that uh, I cannot stand because my manager, my nephew, very complacent.
Yeah.
I said no, this is not right. So I start a uh, simple overnight parking that they abuse.
Okay.
One day or two or three, as long as they ask permission or just kind of knowing that
Right, right.
there's an owner.
Right, right.
If you are the owner, what will you do?
Yeah,
It's as simple as that.
they need to give you the courtesy at
Yeah.
least, yeah?
So anyway, my nephew cannot say that. So I give him a letter, or I put a sign there. Overnight parking is not allowed unless
Permitted by
unless permitted by the owner.
by the owner.
So it was like 1,500 a day
Oh, fine?
fine.
Okay.
But it was just kind of a joke, but can catch their attention.
Okay.
But anyway, that's how a lot of people.
So they have the wrong impression of you
Impression.
just because you're wearing your shorts
Yeah, yeah.
and slip.
But I don't present myself.
Yeah.
So now everybody there, I just the owner is here. He's pretty strict. I'm not strict. Just don't cross the line.
Right, right, right.
You know.
Just
And-
follow the rules.
Yeah, part of the rules. That's why I said, okay, let's turn around.
Right.
You're the owner of the establishment, and I'm the renter. What will you do?
Right.
So simple as that. Life is like that, as always. But people cannot always think of what they like if they are on the other side.
Mhm.
Me,
agree.
I always look at it as it. What if I'm the other side? What would I, you know? See, especially in masonry, you have to connect this masonry. If you have traveled a lot, you've seen people that you never think that this guy owns them all. He's just wearing short pants, and wear casual. When I meet this kind of people from different countries, from different cities, provinces, you name it, they have a position in the government, like a governor, a mayor, stuff like that. We meet each other in a lodge or whatnot. Can you imagine an owner of one of the prestigious, I would say, store or mall in the Philippines serve me? I said, worshipful, do you still eat this? And he was just wearing a
Right, right.
camisa chino.
Uh-huh.
You know what is camisa chino, right? Like that, a white.
Oh, wait, worship. Is he a brother too? A Mason?
Yeah, he's a
good.
brother.
All right, right.
And then I didn't know who he was, so I was invited to the lodge the first time, and so I was so surprised that the guy that who invited me was not there.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody knows me already for some reason.
But worship, that's who we are as Mason.
Yeah.
We're always on the
Yeah.
level.
But the thing is, it's just like because we're on the level, we don't care.
Well, probably.
You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah.
we don't care what people say
Yeah.
because it's not always how you talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's always how you act. Actions really carries a lot of who you are because
I agree.
when you speak, it's just like it goes to the air. But
That's true.
when you talk with the deeds, you leave footprints in the floor.
Mhm.
So however you will say or however you have done for your fellow man, that's how deep your footprints will be. So your face
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
is your ID already.
Yeah. Even though they don't know your name,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
once they see you, your
Mhm.
face, they recognize you.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's I've been always like that. I
Mhm.
low profile, because it's better that people will really know who you are, respect you,
Mm.
not because you have money. No, it's how you perceive life. Because
Well, you keep it to yourself. You
yeah,
don't really
I keep
say
it to
it out.
myself, but I never unless because most of the time this is a gift from heaven that I can always tell who you are by the way you look, the way you present yourself, blah blah blah. And that's me. That's my gift.
So, Orji, I forgot to offer a toast. It's my tradition on this program to
Yeah.
offer a toast first before we do the conversation.
Conversation.
So, worship. To good man with better stories. One conversation at a time.
Okay, I like that. Well, what I say is always my experience, and I'm not making it up. You know me,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You always,
randomly. I don't even think. I just boom, 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 boom. So a lot of people who talk to me, I just like, oh, I love that guy. I'm nobody.
Right.
I have few friends that are rich. I have a lot of friends who are underworld in the underworld
Yeah,
or poor. So I know how to deal with them. That's why I at the moment I'm so gifted because I am with them before. We rub elbows. You know, and that's why they love me because I never changed. When I go back to the Philippines, I satisfy them in many ways that I could. Randomly, I met them. So if I have, I have. If I don't have, I don't have. You know, and
So that's part of your charitable purpose.
yeah. So I don't give to somebody so that I will get respect. I will not give to anybody so that they will kind of like me. Uh, and I just want to give my glory in life is to put a smile in a sad face.
Oh, okay.
That's my glory. If I can let you smile with your look totally in the different
That's a very kind gesture.
So that's what I like. In any ways I can I can let up your face, and that's what I do. I said, I don't finish school, but people who talk to me, they will never believe that I didn't finish school.
Right.
It's just because of my experience, because of the hardship, our failure and our success that becomes a master's degree in our own life. That's how I look at it.
My next question is actually partly of what you're saying right now.
Okay.
So we all have our favorite pastime, right? Like, for example, me, I like to binge watch good movies, watching good movies. But for you, Orshi, you love writing, right? So what makes writing so enjoyable for you?
For me, and the first hand, I always love to watch movies.
Okay.
And I think uh, watching movies, that's my kind of a catalyst for me to write because every episode, every encounter of that movie I've seen, my brain is
Working or
working
trying.
with it more than the movie. You
Yeah.
know, most of the time I can predict what happens next. You know, so I you know it. One time my daughter said, "Oh, Dad, you can you are really a a producer." I said, "Why?" I said, "Because you know what's next. You
Right.
know, you know what the writer wants to to present. You know, to the audience." But that's where I because there's sometimes there's a conversation that drives me. In fact, I pause the movie right away and I write.
Okay.
Yeah, and I write because of that particular one word that I hear from
So
the.
you don't want to lose that
Yeah, you want to lose
that moment.
that
So
moment.
you
So
because you might forget to just
yeah, and
start
then
writing.
sometimes I just write a word and put it somewhere, and I know how I can develop it to a paragraph or how many paragraphs.
Really?
Yeah, so
That's a gift for you.
yeah, so there are moments that I'm like that,
Hmm.
you know, and sometimes I kind of I would say if somebody would look at me, say, "Oh, that guy is lazy." But no, my brain is just you know
Yeah.
my movie is like there is pause, and then I'm just sometimes my mind is so fast that I forget what's next because it's kind of okay. I will do this.
So that's why you're right.
Yeah, that's why I write so much. When I was working,
Mm.
my lunch pail is full of little notes, you know, scrap paper. I write a word and put it in my lunch pail, you know, until I throw it away because I forgot I didn't have time to develop it,
Mm.
you know. And my big sister, he write books,
Mm.
and she always say, "I think you're a better writer than me because you what you're writing is real life."
Okay.
But my sister, she writes fiction,
Uh.
not real life, you know. And so she always say, "You're smarter than me." I said, "No, I'm just more enlightened than you." But
Hold on, don't worry, because my next question will be probably what you're gonna say. So, if a producer or a big publisher or an agent calls you
Mhm.
to write a book, what would that be? What kind of book?
um, I don't know. Uh, it's just see, my life is full of
Is it gonna be like a biography?
Um,
Or
it,
like nonfiction too, like your
no,
sister?
for sure, if I have to write a book, it's reality
Mm.
that people have seen but have not but cannot see.
Ah.
You know, because there are things that we see
Mm-hmm.
in our life that are presented to us,
Yeah.
but we see but we didn't interpret it. What's behind it?
So if you're watching a movie,
Mhm.
in your mind you could probably do a different scene.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So what kind of book are you planning to write if someday you're allowed to?
I think it's all reality, you know, from probably from the creation to what to where I'm standing you know, at present. That's
So now that you are retired, Roshi, you have all the freedom in this world.
mhm.
Uh, how does it feel? Is it overrated?
You know, uh, it all depends on the people, basically. But in my behalf, uh, probably mm, my wife would see it that I'm so busy.
Right.
But my God, my brain is just if it's overspeeding. Uh, I think so much about so many things because I'm involved in so many things. I am involved with so much issues in the Philippines. You know,
Mm.
although it's for us,
Right, right.
you know, family, siblings, nephews,
Yeah.
stuff like that. That I should not be involved because they're already big.
Yeah.
But I always kind of have that feelings that if I don't get involved, if I don't get involved with what I should do or not, um, I'm not
Nothing will be
sharing.
accomplished.
I'm not sharing the knowledge that God gave me.
Oh, okay.
And again, that's my most thing that I would like is share what I know. Me, I always kind of so I would not say trust in God 100% because I'm still mortal, you know. So it's our human weakness that we say we trust, but inside us have doubts. You know, I'm pretty honest to that. In fact, I can tell it to any minister or priest. You preach, but you think you do what you preach. No, that's human weakness. You know, that's why we are mortal. And just like teaching masonry from mortality to immortality. You know, when you are in the middle, that's where you realize that all material things is not good. And that's why a lot of people are afraid to die.
Yeah, because we don't know.
Yeah.
What's going to happen next,
So
right?
me, I crossed the boundary.
Also.
Yeah, I crossed the boundary. So I always kind of, I wouldn't say I'm ready, but
But you're thinking beyond that
yeah.
situation.
So
Although you haven't really been, were you declared dead sometime?
I was there.
Really?
I was there. I was there. I don't think I have told you, but I was there. Even my wife.
This is new news.
I saw heaven. I was there in the gate.
Do you want to expound some on that one, or it's up to you, worship?
So when I was sick, okay, after my surgery, uh, again my wife, I'm just you know sitting in the couch, and my wife is on the side,
Right.
and then that one night, this is after I went home, after my discharge in the hospital. So I was just sit right there, but easy for you to get up. So anyway, and my wife, so my head is here. My wife's head is right there. So it's like house. And so he kind of heard me that I was crying. You know, I was crying. I'm looking for somebody. You know, like when I said, "Why? Why you won't let me in?" I was loud to that.
So you were sleeping, but you were talking.
Yeah,
And your wife can hear you.
yeah. And then, but I think my wife hears really what I was saying. And I said, "What happened, Mom?" I said, "Why are you crying? Are you in pain?" So I said, "If I will tell you, you will not believe me anyway. So why tell me?" Very few people have told that story.
You never told me.
Yeah. So that's what happened on that night. I can elaborate from start.
It's okay. It's up to you, worship.
Because that one is somewhat like that dream. It's just like I think it started around probably even think around 10 o'clock. Full asleep.
Right.
I went to this particular section and it was just we were all dressed up like light almost dirty white gown, all of us. We're heading to a corner. You so the house was somewhat like basically it's made like this. You know, there is this is
It's fabric.
the form of the house is it's like this. No, a triangle. A triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there. I'm sorry.
And then the entrance is right there in the vertex, and but it's like this, not like that. So you cannot see the door. The door is like this. So when you enter it, it's like this. So imagine that one right there, and a lot of people are in line like this, and there was two guys
Right at the door. By the
right,
door.
right. If this is the vertex, there's the door. Two guys are right there, and they line of people.
Is it there are two lines, right? Or just one?
Many lines. I cannot.
How many
Many
lines?
lines. So for some reason, every time I close to that guy who was kind of checking, he becomes very small. The more I approach him,
Yeah.
he'll become very, very short to the point that he will be almost nothing. So I back out.
Step back, yeah.
And then somebody would step in front of me,
Oh,
because I was scared.
yeah. Well, it's like that guy's telling you it's not you.
Nah, you.
You're not next.
Yeah,
You have to
So
wait.
anyway, until that I was, I did, when it happened to me so many times, I look at my left side. All the guys were gone in my left side. So anyway, when it was me who was last, both of them ignored me. So the last guy, the older guy, I kind of yell at him. When I yell at him, I said, he didn't say anything. And every time he stepped back, going to that exit, I followed him until realized, kind of mean looking. I said, hey, stop. You're not.
It's not
You're
your
not
time yet.
Yeah, so there was no, it's an all gesture. There was no words spoken. It's all
Right.
gesture. But, by gesture, we would know that, hey, this guy is mad. So when I was denied entrance, that's where I cried because I know what it was.
Oh.
And see, that particular moment, they say, when you fall in line, I woke up.
Right.
Okay. Then when I go to sleep again, I go back to the same spot where I woke up and so on. Wake up again, same spot, come back. Wake up again, same spot. So I would say at least 4 times I woke up. Then by the time I go to sleep, I go back to the same position where I woke up.
So it just keeps on repeating.
It's not repeating. It's just like the first time. Let's see if I was walking. The first time I walk from here. When I woke up, I'm here. And when I went to sleep again,
So it's like
right here.
You're
Then
moving forward. Each time you
I wake up again, and then walk. I wake up again, and so on. So it's kind of weird dream.
Right, but you really want to go inside.
Yeah, I want to go inside.
That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out. Why you're persisting yourself.
Yeah.
You want to go in. You're so persistent to go in, but the guy is telling you, not that your time or stop.
Yeah.
And that's why you're crying.
Yeah. That's so wonderful. Yeah.
Lord.
So I'm not trying to brag that I've been there, but it's almost. I think I woke up probably 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's where my wife noticed and said, "You won't believe this." I just went back to sleep.
You never said anything.
Yeah, said anything.
Never mentioned to her.
Yeah, and on all those days, I have seen so many that I don't even want to tell story. I have seen so many. I even seen that Trump lose. President Trump.
Look, what do you want to voice?
Yeah. Oh, I've seen a lot. And in fact,
So can you predict the future now?
they won't believe me, but I have seen a lot. It's just like when the storm Tino
In the Philippines?
Tino
Or I don't
that was last year. I was telling my my niece because I was kind of upset at all the people that are making AI instead of the water is just right here,
Uh-huh.
we pretend that the water is already here.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They exaggerate
Exaggerate. And then I said,
the situation.
I said, you guys will have it. I told my niece, you guys will have it.
They happen.
They have it, all the massive blood. Because I've seen it.
So what's the next lottery winners? I'm just kidding.
Maybe that's the time that the Lord I become a mason or something.
Thank you for that story.
Yeah.
That's news to me.
Yeah.
You haven't told us, or you told me about it.
I don't think there's any brother I have. No, there's one brother that I told, brother that when I was son.
Oh.
Yeah. But I don't care. I don't care if you believe or not.
No, I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
But I know for a fact my time right now, uh, I am different. I can see things, and sometimes I don't want to see it. It's just like some clip that wherever I go.
Somebody told me it does really change you when you go in the afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
When you experience that, something changed in you when you come back. Sometimes you can see dead people.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes, like you can see the future.
And I can see a brother